Well, we got teased early on in Titans Season 3 on a potential for a new villain. And now, according to a new report, we are getting actual casting calls for the primary villains of Season 4 of Titans. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the Church of Blood and its leader, Brother Blood. Now, before we dive in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, the huge giveaway. We got this PlayStation 5 to give away at 25,000 subscribers. All you need to do to get in on the giveaway is be a subscriber and leave a comment. Also, while you're at it, check out the Buy Me a Comic link down below. It's a pretty cool way to support this channel with a tiny bit of pocket change, all while creating zero new obligation for yourself. We really appreciate it. Well, we got teased pretty early on in Season 3 of Titans about the existence of the Church of Blood. There was that Easter egg in Episode 1 of this season. Since then, we've gotten a lot of news. The team over at the Hashtag Show recently dropped the news that the Church of Blood will in fact be the primary villains of Season 4. And with Rachel's powers growing, this doesn't surprise me at all. Now the team over at the Illuminati has dropped a couple of interesting casting details and should give us an idea of what's going to be going on in this season, as well as 2 additional characters beyond Brother Blood. Now, first and foremost, they are looking to cast Sebastian Blood, and they are looking for a man in his 20s to 30s of any ethnicity to play the part. He is being described as an introvert with a great intellect and a dark side that he keeps hidden. It does go on to say he is initially fairly uncomfortable in his own skin, but grows into his charm, physicality, and his zealous drive to accomplish his calamitous objectives. And apparently this is a 1-year deal, so think how the Scarecrow was tied into the previous season. Now, he isn't the only member of their Church of Blood they're looking to cast though. They are also looking to cast May Bennett, also known as Mother Mayhem. Now again, they're looking for a woman of any ethnicity between 40 and 50, and she's being described a little differently. The casting detail describes her as being at peak physical condition with steadfast intensity. She has been training all her life to accomplish her goals. She has a charisma born of an unrestrained faith in her undertaking, a natural leader, and a predator who forever carries the underlying threat of brutality. If you're a fan of the comics, this definitely sounds like Mother Mayhem. This is also listed as a 1-year deal, so likely the character would just be part of Season 4. Now the third character I found to be kind of the most interesting. They're apparently looking for a woman in her 20s of Middle Eastern or North African or South Asian or Latino descent to play Jinx. Now they're describing Jinx for the show as a sharp-witted criminal lone wolf. She is contemptuous and unpredictable, and a master of dark magic, but in no way a team player. It does go on to say that there is potential for Jinx to become a steadfast ally. It's buried deep within. Her go-to is duplicity, and she delights in manipulating other people. And if she's able to create chaos in her wake, even better. Now, she's not listed as a 1-year deal, but she is listed as a reoccurring guest star, which suggests if the character makes it through the season, she could show up in future seasons of Titans. Now, the Church of Blood itself has been a huge part of Titans history, and actually made its first appearance in New Teen Titans 21 back in July of 1982. There have been a ton of members of the Church, and this really means the possibilities of other villains showing up that we haven't heard about. Interestingly enough, some villains are actually enemies of the Church, and the one that comes to mind first and foremost for me is Deathstroke. I am under no illusions of thinking that Deathstroke is actually dead. And the fact that he didn't appear or was even hardly referenced in the previous season leads me to believe he's being held back and very well could be part of this Church of Blood storyline. Sometimes to take down a powerful enemy, you need to make uncomfortable allies, and that might be what happens in the upcoming season. Now, obviously, we're still a long way from Season 4 of Titans, and once we get more details about it, we're going to bring it to you right away. But I do have to wonder what you guys think. How do you feel about Brother Blood and the Church of Blood being the villains for Season 4 of Titans? And do you think Jinx will be an ongoing baddie that carries into future seasons of the show? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not going to get any updates. Peace.